There we go, thank you. That was cool. And also not cool. I'll explain. Very fun level. I really enjoyed a lot of that. Asterisk. There are about 3 or 4 little things in this level that were so excruciatingly painful from zero. There were some things that I didn't like in practice that were never an issue from zero for me, just because I got lucky. The pink orb at like 83-ish, I want to say, or wherever that is. That one pink orb where you like jump off the block. You hit the 2 blue orbs. You fall through the fake block at like 80 something. You hit the 2 blue orbs into the down gravity portal, and then you like hold off of the platform and then hit the pink orb. That pink orb was never consistent in practice. It either worked or it didn't, and it felt like you did the same thing every time. What else was there? I didn't love the green orb and yellow orb after the dash orb up at like right before 80. Wasn't a fan of those. Those just felt unnecessarily difficult and janky compared to everything. Like I said, compared to everything else in the level. I don't know why I was having so much trouble with it, but the one part, I have a copy of the level here. Let me just go into the level and show you. For some reason, I had so much trouble with, if it'll ever fucking load, here we go. I had so much trouble with this little section right here today. This little bit, right? You hit this, go over that, and part of the reason I had a problem with it is because this flower rotates, I think around this block maybe, but it rotates, so you don't have an accurate view of the hitbox, and that's a complaint I had about this whole level the whole way through, is the hitboxes are just slightly wrong on all of these, like, these flowers, right? Because they, like, rotate a little bit, so the hitboxes don't move with it, which is fine, but where the hitboxes are is like never where the flower is, which I really was not a fan of. And then there's similar stuff at the beginning with the leaves, right? The leaves rotate in, and like I said, they rotate closer, but it's not like anywhere near perfect, and it's not close enough to be comfortable, for me at least. That was my only major like overall gripe with the level, is the hitboxes and the deco didn't always line up in an intuitive way. Most of the time it wasn't an issue, right? It was rarely something I died to, but when you did, you were fucking pissed about it, because, like, really? Fucking fix that shit, right? But like I say, it was rarely a problem, so I wasn't too worried about that. The beginning was really kind of frustrating to get consistent, but once it was consistent, it was not a problem, right? The beginning, once you got the beginning down, the beginning was fine. No issues. Yeah, this part was fine, this cube's fine. I did the little funny skip here, which I didn't even really, like, necessarily... I don't know, I found it on accident, just playing through the part, and it felt like 10 times easier, so I went for it. I don't know if that'll get patched or anything, but I thought that was way easier. Yeah, most of this was fine. The ship parts were just a little... I don't know. And part of this is me being ass at ship control. Most of these were fine, but the fact that every time you hit a blue pad, you had to do something different, right? This blue pad, you have to hit it and then let go, or you have to hit it and then start holding a little after you hit it so that you can swing through this pretty comfortably, right? For this blue pad right here, why am I in the preview mode? For this blue pad right here, you had to, like, wait, where, am I missing one? It moves up, But for this blue pad, you had to, like, immediately be holding, and then you had to hold, like, way into this black orb to miss that, right? For this blue orb, you had to pretty much immediately be holding, but not too immediately, or you can die to that. Let me click on oh my god, let me click on it. Gee. Okay, fine, the flower on top, whatever. I don't know. Just little things like that were kind of annoying. The swing down into this ship was annoying. I died there once or twice, wasn't a fan of that. This yellow orb with the saw being there and this not really giving you a good idea of that was kind of irritating, because you had to just barely miss this block and then start letting go so you could be not go, so you weren't going through this cube portal as high, and then you had to time this late, which just wasn't my favorite thing. The swing into this yellow orb here was really irritating, because you had to, like, control up into it so that you were, like, basically here to hit the yellow orb, so that you ended up in here. And I can turn on show hitboxes so you can see what you have to do there, right? So you can see the the blocks are there and there. So you had to be like way back on like the top right corner of this orb, and to do that you had to get a ton of upwards momentum in. So you really had like 2 clicks, maybe if you were lucky, to get your like balance here. And that was really annoying considering that this jump's going to be different every time, right? So stuff like that, just all throughout the level, was kind of irritating. I wasn't a fan of it. But overall, very fun. I do recommend the level. It was just, you know, I think because of how the gameplay was put together, there were some unavoidable problems that I was going to run into, just because ship control is not one of my fortes. And there were 1 or 2 jumps that felt really kind of awkward. But overall, very fun level. The decoration in this is magically well done. I absolutely love it. Yeah, I would recommend this. I thought it was very fun. What was my total attempt count? 1445 on main. And then... Oops. I can't type, but whatever. 1445, so 197. Let me go grab that for this. That's 1642. That's not bad. This is definitely an extreme. Nowhere near insane. I don't know how people were calling this an insane demon. This is nowhere near insane demon difficulty. Like, this is easily an extreme. And this copy, by the way, all I did to modify this copy for those interested is I took out the background pulses that made the ending of the level super, super flashy. And they were somewhere here at the end-ish. Somewhere here, there were a ton of background pulses. Yeah, here. You can see I've made... Are they touch triggered? What did I do? Are these touch triggered? Are you touch triggered? Yes, all of the background pulses here I made touch triggered, because the way that the background flashed actually hurt my eyes to play. Like, my first practice run through, my eyes were fatigued when I got done, right? So that's the only thing I changed about the level, is I made the background flashes less painful, and then so that the background wasn't black here, I made the background right here when it pulse to 50 times brightness. It was originally set to 0 and 0. I just made it 50. But yeah, so that's all I did to change this copy. This is going to be up on my account for anyone that wants to go for the level and just can't like physically look at it. This will be here for you. It's the same exact level. It functions exactly the same way. It just doesn't hurt your eyes as much. And then the flashing at the end of the level, once you've beaten everything, I left that in because A, I couldn't figure out how to get rid of it, and B, you've already beaten the level, you can look away now, right? But there you go. So that's that. That's all I did for that. I've done this with Veil too, and the IDL accepted it just fine, so I doubt there will be any complaints here. I'll go no-click the actual version. It's fine. Yeah, that was a cool level, though. I'm going to cut the recording here now. Bye!